into this. Let's take a look. On the Team 1 side, Eon Synergy, the first seed, almost undefeated. They actually had an upset win against them from 331st, which is a team that is no longer in the contention for regional finals or anything. They did not make the top 5. So, Eon Synergy undefeated, however, in the regional finals, and they're definitely looking like a very strong team, the team to beat. But RJF coming with a great showing against House of Lords. Very close, epic matches. Go back and watch them if you get the chance. They were awesome. But Eon Synergy, dual Kodiak 3s, dual Warhammer 6Rs, dual Jenner 2CAs, and dual Hunchback 2CA. Both of those, the energy variant on the RJF side. An Enforcer 4R, left-handed peeker, possibly some large lasers or something of the sort. Hunchback 2C, ballistic variant. Kodiak 3s, 2 Timbers, an Oxide, and a Jenner 2CA energy. Let's get started. Off we go into match 5.
Just a reminder, this is not an elimination match right now. Both teams have not lost in the bracket. So whoever falls here in this match will still get another opportunity to continue moving on.
Absolutely. Here we go. Kodiak 3, Gauss PPC, Warhammers with PPC Ultra AC5s, and UX coming out of the other Kodiak 3. So only one with Gauss PPC, the rest with PPC UX 5. The Hunchbacks bringing large pulse lasers. And the Light Mechs over here with small pulse.
Pretty rare to see that large pulse Hunchback anymore with the emergence of PPCs on the tournament client. But at the same time, it's a little cooler, and on a map like Tourmaline, that's not a bad thing.
So we've got 3 ER large lasers coming out of that Enforcer 4R, Gauss PPC coming out of the Timber, and UX 5s coming out of that Hunchback. Now they are immediately trading out from Alpha to Alpha, but it looks like we might have a little bit of a light fight already. Let's get in and take a look, if I could find them. Here we go. Alright, looks like a Russian CJF, the Red, already taking out one of those Jenner 2CAs. The Oxide doing whatever he can against the Red, but it is a 1v2 fight. Not looking very good for those RJF lights right now. That's going to be a big loss if they lose him.
And right now, Eon is winning the trades as well, trading basically across data. From stage to even almost the open ground really here, but doing pretty well in Eon Synergy right now.
Both lights have fallen for RJF. That is a big loss for them. Eon Synergy is taking some damage across the board, but RJF still has a little bit of fight left in him, but I gotta think losing those lights that early on is going to be a massive blow.
Yeah, that's huge.
If anything, to the caps, to morale, and to overall firepower on the field. Some strikes heading out. Left torso is
Gnomer
crit.
In the Hunchback 2C getting beaten up here, trying to cross over to the rest of his team. Still a couple mechs on the left side over by Epsilon for Russian Clan Jade Falcon. They've got to get some pressure in here with those mechs off to the side now that Eon started to move away from them.
Here comes the light pack coming in. They're jumping on that weakened Hunchback, and they're going to help work him down. But RJF is starting to fold very rapidly here, and drop 1 is going to go in favor of Eon Synergy.
Those 2 mechs in the backfield for RJF are too far out to help the rest of their team. Unfortunately, now they are the last 2 remaining, and they've got 7 guys to try and take down. Not going to be able to get it done.
That left shoulder pops off for the Timberwolf. He has lost one of his PPCs, so he's down to just a Gauss on PPC, but overall, very weak. Enforcer 4R goes down to the XL engine. Last one remaining is the Timber. So Eon looks like they're going to take this one 8-1.
And there you go. 8-1.
Drop 1 goes to Eon Synergy, 8-1. So RJF
Convincing.
will have the opportunity to pick a different side for drop 2. Let's take a look at the damage here. That initial Jenner held to 12 damage. That gank was huge on Palmashek. Those lights just got in there and tore things up. 563 damage out of Dored. That is impressive for a Jenner 2C. Those lights really did a fantastic job just flipping the table on RJF. They never stood a chance. 386 out of Lizzie in that Kodiak 3 is the highest that RJF was able to offer, but everything coming out of Eon looks very, very solid.
Yeah, that was just a good clean win for Eon.
So well played, well played. All right, well, let's set ourselves up for a giveaway. Put that viewer list in here. There we go. Here we go. Standard $20 mech pack. Who's going to be our winner? The winner is Dog Soldier 001. Dog Soldier, send Bandit B17 a whisper with your in-game name as well as which standard mech pack you want. Congratulations.
Wow. Dog Soldier.
Dog Soldier.
Such win. Many mech pack.
Excellent. All right, so what team has RJF opted to take?
They want Team 1. So they are getting their members back in lobby here, and then we'll reinvite Eon Synergy. And we'll see if RJF can figure out Eon from the other side of Tourmaline here.
All right, let's see if I can bring up that replay. Man, those lights got in there so damn quick. I almost didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah. And getting one of them down that fast, I mean, it basically spells doom for both of them. If you lose one light that fast, the other light, there's not enough armor taken out, you know, to get a kill and even it up.
Just trying to fix something on my end here real quick. Ha. Might be able to get this working. I'm switching the giveaway tool to, if I can get it to work anyways. I want to get it so it pulls people who are talking in chat. That'd be awesome. Oh well. Alright. Both teams are in lobby. They are readied up. So we're going to hop over and get started right off the bat. Take a look. Man, those light mechs perched up on the spire there, hunting their prey. That was pretty intense. Alright, let's take a look at the decks. Alright, on the RJF side, we've got, it looks like pretty much the exact same deck. Well, no, they had the Enforcer before, so they've opted for a Hunchback 2CA instead. But we've got a Summoner and a Grasshopper for Eon Synergy on Team 2. Let's go take a look. As soon as Volkadav readies up. There we go.
Oh, they're playing games here. see if I can get my reflexes tuned down.
There
Boom.
you go.
Still have that.
You're ready
drop
for
power
our
hours.
match on Tuesday. You're ready for our match.
Yeah.
I'm putting you in the most important mechs now. Marine mechs versus BSK. Wish us luck.
If you want to get 5-0'd, we can do that.
I thought we did alright versus CSJ.
Yeah, they played well, but I was pleasantly surprised with how we played.
Got some new blood on the team. All right, a Russian CJF. They are on the other side of the map now. Got those lights over there. And they've actually put their Kodiaks way in the backfield here with Goss.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe pull them into Delta 5 or attempt to.
See if there's any initial trades. They don't have much of an Alpha Lance or anything to trade into, so some really extreme range shots going downfield right now. So, just taking a look at the map, I haven't seen any lights die yet, so that's a good sign.
It's a good start, yeah.
Good start.
I wonder if the lights now for Rush and CJF are going to play a little closer to their team. It looks like that's what they're doing right now. Maybe learn their lesson getting a little caught out there.
Now, does anybody have visual over Theta? That's the key, because one of those lights could come in and sneak that valuable point. Doesn't look like anybody's really watching it right now, but we're seeing the Jenners operating on that left flank there, so they could perhaps respond quickly if need be. But for the most part, we just got a lot of trading going on. The Kodiaks have actually joined the rest of their team over in the Alpha Lance area and have just been content trading back and forth. Epsilon is the initial cap for RJF, so they've got some tickets rolling in their direction, but nobody really watching Theta, I don't think.
And a couple mechs for Eon now moving in on Theta, both lights and a Hunchback.
Yep, so they're going to make their move to try and get a snag on that. Let's see if somebody responds. He has partners with him in case stuff goes poorly. I think that Hunchback 2CA should just get jumped on at this point.
Absolutely. These lights, if they knew that Hunchback was there, they should absolutely jump on him.
I'm shocked nobody's taking even a look.
Here comes the light mech to come up and support.
This is very crazy how close to the RJF line that these guys are operating, and really not much of a response for it from RJF.
No, not at all.
Hunchback is relatively quick, but you'd think having him that close to the line, somebody would be able to jump on him. Maybe some of the Timbers or something, but able to get in and get some poke damage with very little penalty.
That being said, right now it looks like Russian CJF is actually up on the damage.
Here comes that Hunchback
close.
actually coming around behind the RJF, our main line here. What is he going to be able to do here? I cannot believe he hasn't been jumped yet. Here comes the Jenner 2C, but he gets blasted in the face by that Hunchback and opts to back away. The Red is right there to back up the rest of his team, though. They got some of these guys looking back in this direction, though, so if this Hunchback peeks this corner, he could get an
maybe that's what the lights are trying to do.
Opted to take a shot at Da Red instead, but
he got away with it.
He definitely got away with it. This is Dungeon Keeper rolling 2 large pulse 6 meats
by RJF.
They're on the hunt, and
these guys, but I'm not
they're
sure
already out. The call's been made. They've called. They are running out. UAV is up, and so they've pulled RJF out of their trading position, at least partially, and they're just keeping RJF on the move here, or at least getting them to think about this stuff going on. Caps 2-1 in favor of Eon Synergy.
And I think Eon might be well served to go grab either Sigma or Gamma as well. Put some real pressure on RJF. They've been very static this match.
They are trading into that upper spire. We got 2 mechs sitting up top there with, looks like, ER Larges. What does the Summoner have on him? Summoner, very high velocity, 2 ER PPCs, and 5 ER large lasers coming out of the Grasshopper. Some good hits on the summoner there. Those high velocity PPCs though are gonna definitely help with trading. Getting those things on target quickly will help.
Yeah, and it feels like right now Eon's pulled back the trades some. RJF a little more damage. You gotta wonder if being forced to move like that hurt some of their positioning.
Yeah, having to go regain the positions allowed Eon Synergy to really take up, you know, a very commanding position and punish RJF every time they peaked. Now they got a little bit more comfortable with where they were.
And now a 3 cap for Eon.
It's gonna be on RJF to make some sort of move here, or at least get some better trades.
They're definitely going to have to do something. It looks like one of the lights is breaking off, maybe going for Gamma, but at the same time, I think Eon has a light with the same idea. Let's take a look at who this is.
That Grasshopper, you know, if they can get those PPCs on point and get only partial burns from the ERs on that Grasshopper, they could maybe pull that back. But he's getting a lot of free burn time on, like, this Hunchback.
And guess who's back? That Hunchback is still moving around by stage.
It boggles my mind that he's allowed to move around so freely.
And just getting free damage on that Oxide there. Or Jenner 2C, sorry. Oxide is the other one. 3 mechs now for Eon moving up towards Gamma. And here comes the Hunchback again. This is really passive play by RJF.
Man, that UAC 2 Hunchback just not able to get too many of those shots in there. Right shoulder is open, and yep, there's that Hunchback yet again, unanswered.
It looks like one of the Kodiaks, one of the Kodiaks DC'd for RJF. That really hurts.
Uh-oh, is that Lizzie?
Figure out.
Well, at least Lizzie has the arm facing that Hunchback, so no back cores, hopefully, giving them the opportunity to get back in, but that is pretty rough.
And they're losing on the caps right now. RJF has to do something, and I don't know if they have an idea of what to do.
Well, at this point, they might be hoping that Lizzie is back. They got to reconnect, so they have that Gauss PPC Kodiak back on the field. But they still just cannot answer. Oh, Dungeon Keeper gets a kill in that Hunchback. Took a risky shot on Nomer and takes him down. So all of that work from that Hunchback harassing finally gets something done. But now there's the Timberwolves. I was wondering where those Timberwolves were from the very start to get this, to flush this guy out. And now the lights are coming in, getting an answer. Let's see whether or not they can get a gank on this Hunchback. It would at least pull things back, but now they're taking some shots in from the Overwatch. They need to dispatch him quickly and then get back into cover. And he self-destructs. So it was a trade, Hunchback for a Hunchback, but damage still in favor of Eon Synergy.
And so are the tickets.
And the tickets, of course. So RJF is going to have to seal the deal here. It's time to move and figure out which way they can take it. Hopefully they have enough of those mechs open to be able to get the job done, but they're making a power move up to Theta. Looks like nobody's really peeking Aspire all that much right now, so they should be able to flip the cap, but it's still only 2. They need to focus on the kills at this point. I don't think they're going to be able to hold those tickets off for much longer.
Especially not with the lights sticking to the main body. They're going to have to try and, if they are going to go play the cap, these lights have to go do something.
And they've made the call. They're going to be pulling off of Theta here shortly, and they're just moving as a group. Here we go. You know, I kind of miss what RJF did against Lords, you know, how they did that really aggressive push-up and stuff like that. I wish that they did that again. I think they could have potentially fared pretty well. But they're moving in as hard as they can, but they're starting to hemorrhage armor on the push.
And the lights again moving into push rather than cap. I don't even if they push and kill everyone, I don't know if they can win this.
Well,
both Kappa and Sigma are barely capped. They could have easily uncapped Kappa, and it would have been a 3-to-1 cap. They would have at least
bought their team a little bit of time.
And now these lights are way up in front, taking a lot of damage.
If they die, then it's pretty much over. They're never going to get to the caps in time. But here come the lights for Eon Synergy on the backfield. They're attacking Lizzie.
And that's the other thing. Now your lights are leaving your team, out in the open with lights at their back and the enemy team in the front of them.
655 tickets. They gotta watch that timer. That's what, about 100 tickets. That's what, 50 seconds away from a victory for Eon Synergy. 50 seconds to get to Sigma and Kappa and flop it, and they're going for Theta. They're just gonna flip Theta and seal the deal.
And the lights are still trying to go for kills here.
So it looks to me like Russian
CJF
CJF is going down in a blaze of glory. Eon Synergy winning in a 2-0 on the series. Well played, though, by Russian CJF, but they're not out of it yet.
Yeah, a lot of damage done to Eon.
This is not an elimination round, so they do still have another shot at making it back to the top. So they're going to be dropping down into the elimination bracket. We'll have to see whether or not they can pull themselves up. Honestly, I would have rather have seen what they did against Lords instead of the long-range trading against Eon, because Eon is just trading so well.
And even if they wanted to stick with the trading, way too static.
Looks like the tickets are going to hit 750 before the last two mechs go down. Maybe. 7 seconds left.
It looks like they will do so.
Alright, well, congratulations, Eon. They will be moving up into the final match. RJF dropping down. They will be playing the winner of Black Spikes versus Lords. And that is the next match that we're going to be watching. Black Spikes versus Lords in the elimination bracket. This will be our first elimination of the of today. We have one elimination already in the EU regional finals. 9 STS got knocked out on Thursday. So this will be for the second elimination of the regional finals for EU.
And look at the damage by that summoner.
616. That high velocity PPCs definitely made a difference. I think that Spire is like the only place where that mech was truly viable, because that large body gets obscured by those rocks and covered, and he's got the right-handed peak, just able to toss those PPCs left and right.
And that really high PPC velocity certainly helps at those ranges.
Absolutely. Even if they duck back after a shot, those high-velocity shots will slip that damage in before they're able to get around the corner. It all adds up. It definitely all adds up. But fantastic light play overall from Eon Synergy. And then, of course, that Hunchback just never letting up. Not once letting up on that backfield. It was just spectacular that Dungeon Keeper was able to just do so much, and at the very least be a presence throughout the entire match. I wish those Timberwolves would have been brought to bear, some of the faster mechs brought to bear a lot quicker to put out some damage against him, to tell him to stop peeking there because it's going to cost you. But
yeah,
that Hunchback supported by the two light mechs the entire time. Da Red right there with Igor working together. I've never seen two lights work together in such perfectness. I mean, it's almost like one guy playing on two computers at the same time. Those guys were together, and they were just wolf packing it up perfectly in both of these drops.
I think you just started a new conspiracy theory there.
It's like freaking World of Warcraft with the multi-boxers. Gonna have 5 shaman frost shock you all at the same time.
The red plays with his hands and his feet.
All right, we are going to